Hello, hello, hello! How's it going, guys? How's it going? It's your Cyber Hacker over here, and welcome. I was gonna say to the stream, but I've never actually done. Well, it's been a while since I've done a video like this. Hi, how's it doing? How's it going? I don't normally do these kind of videos. Last time I did a video like this was 2 years ago, going into 2024. I was gonna make a more scripted, more kind of just like standard best of 2025 video, but I kind of ended up scrapping that idea, so this is what we're getting instead. I kind of want to just give a brief kind of overview on the year and my plans going into next year in terms of content creation, streaming, all that jazz. Apologies if I sound a bit froggy. I am a little under the weather, but I'm here and we're live. We're not live. God, I'm so used to the streaming mentality is crazy. But yeah, overall, if I had to give my thoughts overall on this year, I'm happy with how the year has gone. The biggest highlight, of course, being Halo. The Halo playthrough that we did kind of in the middle of March and February. It was just so fun to play through and stuff like that as well. Of course, we had a bunch of highlights as well. We did a bunch of story stuff as well. We did Pokemon Omega Sapphire. Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, excuse me. I'm so used to saying Omega Ruby because that's the one I played on my own time. But yeah. Yeah, this is going to be very different to what I normally upload, because I'm so used to uploading like streaming highlights and stuff like that as well. It's mainly been my channel. If you're familiar with my channel at all, or if you're just watching, hi, my name's Nova, hope you're doing well. Yeah, I mainly upload shorts content, and then every month up as far as November, I've been uploading stream highlights of games that I've particularly enjoyed playing on stream and stuff like that. Or story-based games, kind of like with the Halo stuff, which Halo was most of the year. So yeah, that was kind of most of my channel. Next year, overall, this year was pretty good. However, I do want to make some changes going into next year. Next year, I have the idea of mainly focusing more on the scripted side of video content, and maybe taking a backseat on the streaming. I love streaming to death. I have it all linked in my... I have it linked somewhere on the channel anyway, if you want to go check me out. If you're not familiar that I do stream, I stream 3 days a week. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Although in the past couple of weeks, it's kind of been iffy. My health's kind of taken a nosedive in terms of like just in a general sense. Nothing major, of course. Nothing dire. But it's one of those things where like I haven't been exercising as much, and I haven't really been taking care of my health when I really should have been. So that's why I want to focus my attention a bit more on the scripted side of things, because not only then will I not be so focused on like getting content out and streaming and having to do this and stressing myself out over it, but it'll actually give me time to take care of myself a bit more. At least that's the plan. The idea is maybe a video every 2 months, but I'm kind of giving myself a softer deadline in terms of videos going into next year, rather than having a strict one video every 2 months like I initially planned I was going to do. If you've been to my streams, you already know that I've talked about this before, but I kind of want to go in depth and kind of wanted to just kind of yap a bit more going into next year and having this, because this video will be going up, if you guys are seeing it when the day it goes up, it'll be New Year's Eve. That's the plan going into next year. I really enjoyed this year. I think in terms of streams and in terms of content and stuff like that, I've been enjoying myself, but I want to do something more outside of just doing the stream content, even though I really enjoy doing it. But I want more, you know? But yeah, so that's kind of the plan going into next year. As of overall, I was gonna do a whole like montage and stuff like that, but that idea kind of got scrapped, mainly just because I don't know how long this video is gonna be. I'm just talking off the cuff. I might ramble a bit, but it's been a load of fun. But I've had to take my health into account, especially coming into the holiday season where things have just gone a lot busier. I'm not a full-time streamer in the sense of like I'm not getting paid for this, of course. Or anything like this. That would be the dream. That'd be ideal. But yeah, I do a lot of like, I work, I have class outside of streaming and stuff like that as well. So that's kind of why a lot of my day is to kind of give a brief run through of like what I do in a day. Like I wake up, I either go to class or I go to work, because I'm currently doing like a work experience type scheme. Won't get too much into detail. Then I come home, and then I'm either editing for most of the evening or I'm streaming for most of the evening. So I don't really get a break from like away from my desk. A lot of it is desk work, so I'm sitting down pretty much all of the day, and then I go to bed like maybe around 12ish or whatever. And that's been slowly kind of taking a toll on my health over time, which is something I want to try and rectify going into 2026. Another thing was, I don't know if I mentioned it in my other video, but I would have mentioned it before. My New Year's resolution was, I want to make a Discord server, and I want to be more social when it comes to online stuff. I did not stick with that resolution after all, because the more, like, I wouldn't say it was a matter of putting myself out there as much as it being the case of I kind of prefer doing things alone, and I've been doing things alone in terms of like video games and content and stuff like that for a while now, even before I started streaming more consistently. So it is a little hard to put myself out there, but I've kind of just been okay doing things alone. And that's also kind of partially the reason why I'm swapping my content around going into next year. I say content, it's mainly going to be gaming anyway, but I actually have ideas for scripts and stuff like that. I have like 6 videos planned. Whether we get all 6 videos done next year is another thing. Depends on how long I put into each video that I tend to do next year. But yeah, so like just a major type of like shift in terms of the way in terms of mindset. But to go back to my point about the New Year's resolution, I'm probably not going to make too much of a New Year's resolution this year, just because of the fact that I've kind of been stuck in a way due to my schedule that I talked about. So I don't have much room or wiggle room to kind of like do other bits and pieces that I would like to do. Maybe I can branch out a bit more next year, we'll see. But I also know that early next year is going to be very busy for me. Won't go into too much details, but a lot of our like in real life stuff that's happening and all that just kind of are gonna clash with the streaming and schedule and stuff like that as well. So I mightn't stream as much, at least in the beginning of the year. We're doing Red Dead Redemption though. I took a little break from that. We started that in November. March on the brain from Halo. But yeah, back in November we started Red Dead Redemption 2, a game I've never played before but I've heard a lot about. We're taking a break from that. So like the one thing, as of the video, we've taken a little break from it. And then when I get back on the 5th of January, because I'm taking a little break by the time you're seeing this, yeah, the plan is, at least in terms of the streaming content, the plan is to finish Red Dead Redemption 2. So that's like the only game in terms of streaming that I plan on finishing, because I've already gotten this far. I'm like 4 chapters in now. I think I just started chapter 4. So yeah, or I think I started chapter... No, yeah, I started chapter 4. I had to remember there for a sec. But yeah, so that's the one game I do plan on finishing. I haven't been doing much side content on that game. I'm doing just the story, so I could get a good grasp of like the story and stuff like that as well, that people love so much. I think those are all the major things. Like nothing too major in the grand scheme of things, but just kind of like a little update. I don't do updates. I'm not sure how to do them. I don't like the idea of like possibly scripting an update, so that's why I'm here now. I'm just chilling. So this is a little different to my normal videos. I'll probably cut this down a little bit, we'll see. But yeah, I'm looking forward to next year. Hopefully I know things are going to be very busy for me, so keep an eye out for my content. I always try and upload on my socials. There should be linked somewhere on my channel. Lots happening early next year in terms of my actual like real life outside of content creation. But I want to keep doing the content creation stuff. I really enjoy doing it. I think that covers basically everything. I'm not going to do a New Year's resolution this year because things are going to change and get out of my control and stuff like that, as life is and all that. Not to get too 14 and deep and all that type of crap. But yeah, I think that covers mainly everything though. So yeah, 2026, it's gonna be interesting. I want to see what I can do in terms of shaping up the channel, shaping up the streams. I have big ideas, but I don't want to say them in case none of it comes to fruition, so I'll leave it as surprises just in case they do work out. But yeah, I think that kind of covers everything for the most part. So I hope you all enjoy your New Year's. Nothing but love, nothing but hope and happiness for everyone. I know people are kind of going through it this year specifically. It's been a rough year for a lot of people. I can only wish you all the best. Hope you all do well. And with all that said and done, I guess this is the last video of the year. So I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and good night. This is your Cyber Hacker Nova signing off, and I will see you guys next year for whatever content I decide to make. Peace out, guys.